Okay, so to start off, I'm going to clean my lashes. I'm taking these facial cleansing sponges I got from the Dollar Tree and some Circadia Vitamin Veil cleanser, which is just an oil-based cleanser, and you're going to want to go down on your lashes, outer corner in. I do this multiple times, even if it does not get all the glue and residue off of my lashes. And then I take a dry pad. It comes in a pack of 2, so I take the dry one and just dry my lashes off with that. And then, okay, so now I'm going to be taking a clean spoolie and I'm just going to be brushing through my lashes and ensuring that everything is dry, clean, and separate before applying my lash clusters. Now I'm going to be taking my Soko Lashes previous isolating tweezers. I don't know if they sell them anymore, but it's my favorite to apply clusters. And I'm going to be taking some isopropyl or rubbing alcohol in a jar that removes any glue residue from your tweezers. So if you have any mishaps where you get glue on your tweezers or anything like that, it takes 10 seconds and then rinse it off with a dry cloth. And then I'm going to be taking the Co-Mango. They're from Amazon. Loose clusters. They come with 144 pieces. I'm going to be using lengths 16 millimeters, 14 millimeters, and 12 millimeters. And the bond and seal that I will be using is the Lashify Mega, or I can't remember the exact name, but it has charcoal in it and it's the highest strength one. And I'm going to be lightly brushing that glue at the base of my lashes, very lightly. Do not want to over apply this because then your lashes, your natural lashes, are going to stick together, goop together, and it's going to be a mess to apply. So I do that. And then I apply my first 16. You are going to apply some of that bond onto the band of the 16 of all the lashes, but that 16 in particular you're going to apply just to the band. I know you can't see very well because I tried to zoom in more with this video. And then you're going to take your second 16 and apply. And then on our third 16, I applied a little bit more bond into the lashes because I go halfway through. As I'm working through my lashes, I apply a little bit of bond in my natural lashes. Because if you do that too soon, then it's going to be dry by then. There's my third 16 millimeter. And now I'm going to be switching to 14 millimeters. So 3 16s, and then I'm going to take my 14s, and I am going to brush through the lashes I already applied so that there is no goopiness or anything of that sort. I'm going to take my first 14 now, and make sure, as you can see, to keep the lashes away, like at least like 2 millimeters, 1.5 millimeters away from your waterline, because you'll know if it gets in your waterline and it will ruin everything. So that, and you're going to want to overlap as well, just a very slight bit. So there's my second 14, because if you don't overlap just a slight bit, you're gonna have gappy lashes, and nobody wants gap tooth lashes. So yeah, and then we're going to apply our third 14. I believe I did a third 14. Yep. And then there is the third. I don't believe I liked the placement on that, so I overlapped it better and put it in a better place. So yep. Okay, so now I'm going to take my 12 millimeter lashes. So we did 3 16s and 3 14s, and then these are the 12s. I'm going to finish off with just 12s. So I obviously am going to get some of that bond and brush through my lashes and apply my first 12. And then go ahead, get my second 12 and apply bond, of course, to the natural lashes. And we're going to apply that second 12. And then we are going to apply that third 12. So again, getting that bond on the band, the lash band only, and just not a very big amount. You don't want to put too much glue and you don't want to put too less, so it's just the right amount. But I go ahead and I'm going to apply the third 12. Okay, so I went ahead, got that third 12 finally on, and then I'm going to do my last one. So we're going to do 4 12s. So we did 3 16s, 3 14s, and 4 12s. That is my lash mat. Okay, now it's time to use the Lashify seal. The seal, I don't like the applicator on any of the sealers that I've used for any of the bonded seals. So I take these little microfiber wands that you can get from Amazon. Before I get too ahead of myself, I'm going to brush through my lashes with a spoolie just to make sure they're separated and on there well, ready for the seal. So, okay, now I'm going to take one of those, you see my microfiber wand. They're really cheap on Amazon. I just prefer them over the I can't think, the wand that they provide in most seals. And as you can see, it just makes it easier to apply right to the base. So you're going to apply that seal right to the base of your lashes where the bond is. And I have to take breaks in between just because I have very sensitive eyes. And I don't want them to start watering and ruining everything, as you're not supposed to get your eyes wet for a good 24 to 48 hours after applying clusters. So, yeah. And then now I am going to go ahead and separate with a lash lift tool, actually, and it helps me separate lashes that are like clumpy. So, that's always helpful. And yes, I do apply the sealer on top of my lashes as well, where the bond would be, just to seal everything in. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Okay, so I had to give myself a minute. I always like to wait at least like 15 to 20 minutes before brushing through my lashes, just because of all the fumes and me having sensitive eyes. But I brush through with a spoolie, just to make sure everything's intact and full and separated. But this is everything I do for my lash clusters, from a former professional lash artist and licensed esthetician. Okay, so this is the finished product of how I achieve my lash clusters using Lashify.